tell it, I am control over my mind, and you will not control my fate. Every time you have a temptation, use this technique and it will disappear, that addiction. Welcome to the Successful Team Podcast. My name is Shimon Futima, and I've created this podcast to inspire teens to succeed in life. Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2024. The first week from Christmas to New Year's Eve is one of the laziest weeks anyone could live by. Everyone thinks that the New Year's resolution is the next step, the next level of their lives. But this is where they're wrong. Because the first week, since Christmas to New Year's Eve, is the most laziest time anyone could be. Because everyone's waiting to get to New Year's and change their person. To get that extra motivation and to change their lives. And this is where you have to stop and think, why do I need this extra motivation? Why can't I just start right now? You probably had a lot of fun last night. New Year's, exactly. You probably had something to drink, something to party because it's New Year's. But now we have to get to work. Because if you don't start right now, and not because of the motivation you get from the New Year's resolution, but from you trying to be your best version of yourself this year. Because this year is your year, and you need to try your best. If you need motivation, like New Year's resolutions, because you want to change yourself, and you need that extra motivation, your mind is broken. That's the first thing you have to tell yourself. Your mind is broken that you're looking for motivation. There is no such thing as motivation. If you implement motivation into your life, you will not get anywhere. Motivation burns up really fast. And you need something else that burns forever. Like an inspiration. Inspiration burns forever because you love doing it. But most people use this motivation. I'm going to be a new person this year. I'm going to go to the gym every single day. I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat healthy, drink water, work on my businesses. After the second week, they stop. Why is that? Because the motivation burns up. There's no such thing as motivation. And you need to learn this fast. To learn this fast and quick. If you don't learn this, you'll live your life forever looking for that motivation. One day I'll get there. But that day will never come. Because motivation is not the thing you should be looking for. You need discipline. Discipline is very important, and I've already talked about this before. Discipline doesn't burn up. You do whatever you don't feel like doing, which is very important in life. You just have to do what you don't want to do. But act like you love it. Sometimes we do something that we're really interested in, but that motivation burns up and we stop, even though we're interested in it. Discipline continues that. It continues that fire inside of you, continues, until you get successful in that genre. And this is how people get successful, from discipline, hard work, and working smart. Not by quitting when you don't feel like it. And these are the 5 most important habits you must implement in 2024. You must do it. If you implement all of these things today, New Year's, become a new person, you will change your life forever. It is very important to have these habits, as you will not see yourself anymore next year. Because you'll be a completely different person. And that's exactly what I want to do today. I want to change your mind, change your thinking process, and change your mindset. This is how we're going to attack. The first thing you must do is the first thing you could ever even think of. Most people act straight away. Act. Go to the gym every single day, run every single day, and they destroy themselves for the first week. They get tired, they stop. That's the reality. People stop when they get tired, but they don't really have a goal in mind of what they want to accomplish. So for today, or 15 minutes today, spare some time and write down your exact idol, who you want to become in the future next year. Not goals, I want to get 1 million subscribers and I want to have a big following on Instagram and TikTok. That is not what you want to do. Who do you want to become next year? Do you want to get fit, healthy? Do you want to look good? Do you want to wear suits? How people talk to you? How do you talk to people? Are you disciplined enough to do anything you can? Anything that you don't want to do? You need to write all these things down. Like for me, I've put down, I want to be healthy, exercise, work hard every single day, learn new skills every single day, read, meditate, wake up early and spend more time with family. I want to become that person. I want to become my idol. And once you have created an image which you want to become as the idol, you have to implement every single day the habits to become that person. Because if you try to become that person, you've already became that person. You need to try every single day, work as hard as you can, and do everything in your power to get the things right, the habits. And this is where most people fail because they lose motivation after the 7th day. Now, let me give you an example. Most people, when they want to be that person who trains every single day, they go to the gym every single day. This is what happens. They go for 6 days to the gym every single day, working out. They miss the 7th day because either they were too tired or too lazy to go to the gym. But on the 8th day, they tell themselves, oh no, I missed a day, so I have to quit. Not because they want to, but because they were forced to quit. Because their body is telling them that they missed the day, they failed, they're a failure, and you should just quit. And this is how most people think. They think, I missed a day, oh no, I have to quit now. Because I'm a failure. But what I see is I worked out 6 days. This is why I'm going to work out the 8th. Doesn't matter if you miss a day. It's not important. The days you miss is the days you have to forget and focus on what happened in the past. There's a very good example of this from David Goggins. He calls it the sweet jar. And he always, when he doesn't want to do something, like go to the gym or wake up at 4 a.m., he always opens this jar of memories of what he has done in the past. Opens them, takes the sweet out, and remembers how it tastes like, what it felt like to succeed. And that failure, because you don't want to go to the gym, because you imagine that memory that you've succeeded in something, you act on it because you remember how it made you feel. And this is a very important thing. When you don't want to do something, always remember about the past of what you have become. The more you think about what you have done in the past, the more it will motivate you right now to become what you want. And this will create discipline because of it. And this is exactly what we want. We want to do something every single day to get to the goals and habits we want to be. We want to become that idol. And this is where we have to start. Create your idol and try to strive for it. Strive to be that person. The second habit you must implement is to destroy all your bad habits, even some good ones. These habits are distractions for your future. They distract you to be successful. They distract you to become the idol you always wanted to become. But most people get lazy. Oh, I couldn't do that because I did this and I did this and I did this, and oh, I couldn't do that. I don't have time. This is all your mind telling you good thoughts to make you feel better. Because inside you really know you could do it. You could do it. But your mind tells you good thoughts, good positive thoughts to make you feel better because you didn't accomplish them. Even though you could. But no, I'm just tired, lazy. And I don't really understand that. The people that are right now in their level and they say, oh, I can't do something, and they have a terrible job. They say, oh, I'm too tired, I don't have time for it. Well, you put yourself in that place. Fair enough, you're in this place, but accept your fate because you've been in this place. You could have done what I have done when I was 18. Maybe there was no internet when I was 18, but you could have wrote a book. You could have made something in life, but they didn't. And they tell themselves, oh, I don't have time, and as an excuse to make them feel better. I don't have time to become a person who works a job and lives their whole life with children and wife, and that's it. I have stuff to do. I have accomplishments, goals, idols to achieve. And that's which direction I'm going to right now. I will do anything to accomplish my goals right now, and I'll work every single day to accomplish it. Then you have to strive to become that person. You have to. Destroy your habits by talking negativity to yourself, nicotine, alcohol, partying, spending time with the wrong people. You don't have time for that. You have to work hard this year. You do not have time to mess around. The more time you mess around and spend time with wrong people, the wrong company, you will never get there. You'll never get successful. You need to change everything. You have to destroy everything you had right now, all the bad habits, all the good habits, and recreate yourself to a new person you have never seen before. And this is a must do. And I understand there are some addictions that are very hard to complete. Maybe like alcohol, social media, nicotine is very, very, very strong addictions. And I've done all of these too in my life. I had times with nicotine, I had times with alcohol, I had times with social media. All the bad addictions you could even imagine, I've experienced. But this year, something happened and I've completely annihilated every single addiction. There is no nicotine in my body for the past 3 or 4 months. There is no alcohol, maybe a little, but not too much. I have controlled over. Social media, I haven't been on social media for a whole year. I control every single addiction that comes to me. And if I have to change an addiction, I will change it within a week or 2. If you can't control your mind with your addictions, how can you control what future you have? If you can't tell yourself, I will not drink, I will not smoke, I will not vape, I will not use social media right now, how can you know that you will control your future path? It's a very stupid thing to say that you know where you're going when you can't control the things you are doing right now. If you have no control over your mind, you have no control over your future. And that's the reality. This is the thing you have to learn. You have to learn to switch your mind off and just do the things that you have to do. How do we actually turn these addictions off? How did I actually change myself and changed all these addictions that I had before and now I don't? There is a very specific way to actually create this. I've stolen this from a book. I don't remember which one it was, but it was brought up by the Stoics in Greece. And it's how to completely destroy every single addiction you've ever had in your life and how to recreate it. Most people say that when you have a negative addiction, create a positive habit to counter it. But that's too much work. That's too much work. And most people don't even do that. When people try to do this, they fail. This worked on me with nicotine, alcohol, and social media, and a lot more. And I can give you this information and share it to you so you can use it too. Close your eyes. Imagine this addiction as you. Imagine it in your mind. The person that addiction that's clung onto you. Imagine yourself now. Imagine yourself bigger, stronger, and like a king version of you. You control everything. This addiction is just stuck on you like some kind of animal. And fight the addiction. Fight it and win. Be victorious. And when you win the fight in your mind with this addiction, take a deep breath through your nose and out your mouth. And open your eyes. And the addiction you had will magically disappear. The reason why it magically disappears is because you dominate that addiction. You tell it, I am control over my mind, and you will not control my fate. And because of that, you beat the addiction. The more you do this, the more you learn about how to actually implement this every time you have an addiction. Every time you have a temptation, use this technique and it will disappear that addiction. The first thing you need to actually implement is to be active when doing these bad addictions. Tell yourself, I am going to vape now. I'm going to smoke now. I'm going to drink now. I'm going to use social media now. And keep using these words in your mouth, in your head. Every time you use these bad habits, until you are active, your mind's active when you are doing these bad addictions. That's when you can implement this new technique, this new method you've just learned, and beat every addiction and be the best. Because you destroy all your addictions and you recreated yourself, you're an idol now, you have to plan your day. You have to plan it. You have to create a reality in your path to becoming successful. You need to become successful. The only way to be successful is to plan your day. Make an impossible goal. Make the goal impossible, like 1 million subscribers for me this year, 2024. And cut the goal into monthly goals, achievements. So let's say it's 100,000 per month. Cut them down to a week and then cut them down to a day. So it's probably about 20,000, 10,000, 15,000 subscribers each day. The reason why we have to cut these things down is to actually see what we can do today to actually accomplish this goal for the next year or this year. The bigger the goal, the more powerful you are to actually accomplish these goals. Because you see this massive goal and you believe in it and you would do anything to actually accomplish it. And that's how you actually accomplish big goals. Like the 10x rule. 10 times your goal and you accomplish more than that. You have to shoot for the stars, not the moon. And it's very important to create the goals, create the daily tasks, to create the weeks, create the months, and create the years. Planning is very important. Complete all the tasks today for the weeks, for the months, and for the years. And you will be a lot ahead than anyone in the world. You will be. Nobody else is doing this. You are the first person to hear this message, this method, and you will create the world. You will recreate it. You'll make yourself successful. You'll be the best. So use this method precisely. Now, the next thing would be healthy, eat healthy, drink water. Most important, if you're not healthy and your mind is unhealthy, your body's unhealthy, how the heck are you going to work? You are so tired, you're always lazy, you're distracted. If you don't put the fuel into your body, which is healthy, water and no sugar and less carbohydrates, so you don't have brain fog, you will not work because you constantly be distracted, you constantly be lazy. And if you remove all these bad things and implement good things, good food, vegetables, fruits, meat, everything into your body, you will become more proud of yourself because you'll be more focused on the goals. This is why working out, being healthy, eating healthy, drinking water is very important because you need to have a healthy body and mind to work as hard as you can. If you're eating unhealthy, if you're drinking soda every single day or fizzy drinks, you have a disadvantage because someone who's eating vegetables and fruits and meat and drink water every single day and work out, he will outperform you because he's healthier than you. And you need to implement these healthy habits to actually get somewhere in 2024. It's very important, this. I'm not saying this because everyone's talking about it. It's because I actually believe in it. I know how it feels to eat unhealthy and have brain fog every single day. But when I change to a different diet, I can see things more clearly. I can think things from new perspectives and more focused on my goals. It's very important to eat healthy and drink healthy. Be healthy. That's the only goal. You need to be successful. And the only way to be successful is to be happy with what you are and have a clear mind for clear goals. The last habit you must implement in 2024 is to not look in the past, just think right now. Most people think about the future most of the time when they create goals. I want to have 1 million subscribers, and they think about this 1 million subscribers all the time. You can't think about the future, you have to think about now. As an example for this, if you're writing a book and you already know what's going to happen to the end, you're going to write a book that's only 10 pages long because you constantly think about the end, about the end goal. That's the point. You need to stop thinking that. You have to stop thinking about the goals that are all the way up here. You have to think about the goals you have to do today, the tasks you have to do today. Tomorrow's tasks is tomorrow. Next week's tasks is next week. Next year tasks are next year. You have to think about today, not tomorrow. What can you accomplish today to earn money for next week or this week, at the end of this week? You have to think about today. Do not think about the future. Present. Always think about the present. You have to change your mind on how you think that. It's the best way to do so. Change your life using these habits and techniques and beat and defeat your idol in 2024. I wish all of you a lot of success in 2024 and a lot of happiness. Thank you for listening and see you next time.